Boom shakalaka, what is going on everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and this episode today we are talking about why this little yellow circled area that I drew a big freaking arrow to is so important. What's going to happen there? Because there is a very big chance we're going to have a breakout weekend. Bitcoin loves to break out over the weekend. Right now we're at the perfect spot for Bitcoin to break out. So I'm going to talk about what's going on with the Bitcoin price, why it's likely to break out, if it's going to go up, if it's going to go down, and then also at the end, I found an altcoin, because some of you love altcoins, that could potentially be posed for some serious gains if you like to trade, you know? So I figured because it's Friday, and because I love that song by Rebecca Black,
it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
And because it's the weekend, and I want you guys to have a nice weekend, I'd give you that as a little gift at the end of this episode. I should also say, I'm in beautiful Bulgaria, where the women are like, aside from Asians, they're like the most beautiful women on earth. So if you're in Bulgaria, hit me up and we can hang out. Oh, I'm in Sofia, yeah, duh. And then also, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Thank you guys for liking the videos. Obviously, a lot of people like Ripple because a lot of people watched that video the other day. This video is brought to you by the Monarch wallet. You can hold Bitcoin, you can hold Ripple, you can hold 1,900 other cryptocurrencies in there and earn up to 10% interest. And somebody holds $700 million in a Monarch wallet and it's never been hacked. So, blah. But what's going on with Bitcoin today? Well, if you take a look at it, there's a few things going on with Bitcoin. So first off, a couple days ago, I published a video talking about the double bottom that Bitcoin is going through. Now, why is it a double bottom? Because it looks like boobs. Okay, this one, obviously the left one's a little bit skinnier than the right one, but it looks like boobs or a butt. Very easy to see. Well, Bitcoin actually has a true double bottom, which is pretty rare. Only happens in about a third of the cases where there is twin bottoms that you have a true double bottom. And the coolest thing, the thing that I really like about double bottoms, is that they're almost infallible for a trading pattern. 97% of the time, you get gains of up to 40%, which, as it would be, would put Bitcoin at about $15,000 to $15,500 based on this double bottom here. Aren't boobs great? I think so too. So, the other day when I made the video, I was looking at the real bodies of these candles, but I decided, just for fun's sake, to take a look what would happen if I shifted the confirmation point to the wick, and then how that would adjust the average gains before there's a throwback. Because in about 2/3 of the cases, there's a throwback. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video that I made. I explained it all there. Well, if I do that, if I move the confirmation point up to the top of this wick here, then the 6 to 8% you would normally see within about 3 to 4 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, is right here. Look at that. It's lining up perfectly. Okay? That's between 11,777 and 12,000 some. Okay? Now, even further, if we take a look there, here's a doji. It's actually like a hanging man doji right there, which oftentimes indicates a change in pattern right as we come into the top line of this downtrend that we've been in since the end of June. Okay, as soon as we came up there, look, coming right back down. Now, is that normal? What does that mean for the double bottom? Well, as I said in my last video, double bottoms, when they happen, even though there's a 97% chance of them gaining 40% on average, still 2/3 of the time they come back down to this confirmation line before they actually take off. So there's a good chance that this could be turning around, coming back down to the confirmation point before it actually takes off. So if you want to know how best to trade that, I mentioned that in my last video. You could go watch it. But furthermore, there's a few other things. Because yes, let's say we have, as you can see here with the volume profile, there's a lot of support / resistance right here. So we're having a hard time breaking through, but potentially that's a lot of support right there. Well, potentially, could keep going off, could go off to $15,000. That's the target that we're looking at. But what if it doesn't? What if it gets rejected? Because we have a hanging man here followed by a solid red candle that's end to end, has a pretty large real body. So potentially maybe turning back down. And well, first off, we could go to the confirmation line and then bounce off. And if we did, that would be great. But if we didn't bounce off this confirmation line, could potentially go down to this bottom of the wedge that has been forming since about June, the beginning of June. Okay, so as you can see, the blue line's on top, the magenta line is on bottom, and it's forming a wedge. Well, guess what? When wedges happen, breakouts eventually happen. Now, this one, the breakout would happen sometime around the beginning of September. But as the price comes down, where could it come? Well, here's another area of pretty good support, right around $10,500, which if we came right down there, again, we could find it. But if we break through there, then all hell could break loose and we could fall all the way down to right around $8,000, $7,900, okay? Because that's the bottom of the downtrend that we've been in for a couple months. So those are the three possibilities in terms of price. Now, what do I actually think will happen? Well, I like to use mathematics in my favor. Because of that, I would say that since this is a true double bottom, there's a 97% chance the price is actually going up. Plus, there's a lot of market sentiment, plus a lot of institutions, plus federal banks and everyone getting behind Bitcoin and everything. And guess what? There's a fixed supply of Bitcoin. And guess what? It's less than a year until the halving. And guess what? There's so many other good reasons for Bitcoin price to go up. So I think, yeah, price will probably come down to this confirmation point and then potentially take off because there's a 97% chance of that happening. There's a 3% chance that it'll go blue either to around 10.5 or even all the way down to around $8,000. Now, another factor I should mention that I didn't bring up earlier is the MACD right here. As you can see, these lines right here, this is the histogram. Well, the histogram has actually turned downwards. The histogram measures the distance between the MACD line, which is the blue line, and the signal line, which is the orange line. Well, the histogram is actually going downwards. And as we see in the past, oftentimes when we have the histogram change from a dark green to a light green, it signals pretty much the end of a MACD phase. So it looks like based on that, the price may be coming down. But I would still bet on the double bottom. I know, I love MACD, I love double bottom. What can I say? So that's what's going on for Bitcoin. That's why this area right here is so awesome. And that's why it's so great to freaking watch, because I guarantee it's going to happen. With 97% certainty, it's going to happen this weekend, where the price will either shoot off, we'll have a giant green dildo candle, or it'll drop down, because things always happen on the weekends. That's just the way it works. So now on to the bonus, because it's Friday and Rebecca Black has that awesome song. And I like you guys, except for you guys who leave nasty comments. You can still go sit on a fire hydrant. Well, I was reading the news today and I saw this. Tier 0 to offer public trading starting August 12th expects up to 50,000 investors. Now, T0 has had their platform trading previously, but it was only to accredited investors. Now anyone can use their platform, except for Americans, obviously, to trade security tokens. They have two tokens on there right now that you can trade. One is a private equity token dubbed T0P, and the other is Overstock's digital voting series A1 preferred stock. So you can go ahead and trade your security tokens on T0. But why am I talking about that? Well, you see, T0 used to be built on Florincoin. Now it's going to be built on Ravencoin. If we take a look at the charts for Ravencoin, check this out. You see this white line right here? I put that there, okay? But check it out. Boom, support there. Boom, support there. Guess what? Boom. Right here, it's going to be more support. Now I drew a little bit of a red line there, as you can see. But here's why I wanted to show you this, and here's why I drew the red line. Because I drew this red line to see when we would come in contact with this white line. And surprisingly enough, if you look down on the bottom, August 12th, the same day that T0 is going to offer public trading, the same day that marks the end of a one-year lockup period with the company's 2018 token. So, I don't know. I mean, these things could just be aligning, perchance. But, maybe not. Maybe it's more than that, because right now could be a good time to get into Ravencoin. I mean, I think the project's pretty dang awesome. They have a cool team, and what they're doing is great. And I mean, they're a code fork of Bitcoin, not a chain fork, and is a pretty awesome project. But check it out. I mean, it's pretty much as low as it'll ever get. So potentially, and if you even take a look at the MACD here, check this out. The MACD is starting to turn up. So potentially could be a good time to buy in, because the price might be coming up. And if we take a look at where it's been, right now it's at, 317 Satoshis. It was once at 1,723 Satoshis. So that could be like a 6x gain if it went up to what happened right after it got listed on Binance. Huh, potentially. But even here, if it just went up to the former high, you could look at a 3x gain, potentially. But anyways, this isn't financial advice. I just do this because I like to. Am I going to buy some? Yeah. How am I going to do it? I'm going to use 3 commas because guess what? I can set a buy order, a stop loss, and multiple sell orders, and then actually gain some profits from it. So I'll probably buy some close to this bottom, right about 271 sats, and then try and ride it up. If it keeps going down, I sell a little bit, blah, 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 blah. You guys know how to do that stuff. Anyways, in case you wanted to get more into trading, you could check out Signal Profits. This is something how I learned to trade. You can learn to trade. They teach you how to trade. They also give you daily trading signals where you have a strong community of happy investors where you can regularly earn 11 to 21 to 30% gains on your investments every day. Also, check out the Monarch wallet. Come on, guys. You don't have to. Do what you want. It's Friday. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you guys later. If you're in Bulgaria, Sofia, let me know. Catch you later. Peace.